Is it terrifying?
I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't drink anything without feeling pain and pain, true pain. You didn't just break my heart, you broke the way I see myself. You made me question every good thing I believed about love, about trust.
And will traumatize a woman so much that they'd be like, I just don't ever want to do it again. And I'm fine with that. And if you ever see a woman that she don't got a man, don't be judging her like it's like, oh, why you don't have a man? Is it because you can keep a man? Is it because this and that? No, some women just don't really want to deal with these niggas.
They want to protect their peace.
Understand. She just want to protect her peace. Like, I love love, and I believe in love, and I believe in marriage, and I believe in family, and I believe in union. But I also do understand why other women, like, it's just like, I'm not doing this shit again. I understand it, and that's why I will not even judge them. Like,
God, please don't change my heart. I do not want my heart to change. I don't want my optimism to change. I don't want to see the glass half empty. And I'm trying so hard not to be bitter and mad and angry. But I am broken right now. I really, really am. My personality and my heart is my gift, and I know that, and I do not take that for granted. I know the gift I have, and it can be taken away when you're hurt and you're tainted and you're betrayed so many times over and over and over.
I feel so obliged to protect you. I don't know. Like you try so hard to say you're in a season that you're broken. Like there's so many people that's going through the same things that you're going through. So you saying that, it's giving so much validity to people's struggle, because I feel like you in a season of not feeling good, and you be like, you know what? It's okay for me to act on how I feel.
When you get hurt, you be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like y'all really got me fucked up.
Yeah.
Like what? And that's what I've been working so hard on, because soon as you get that negative perspective, if you lean into that and walk in that, that's why people hold bitterness and anger and unforgiveness and for years. You see it on people.
It's like you said, it's the enemy.
It's the enemy.
All the enemy has to do is brush up on the truth and let you create the story.
And let you create. Wow.
First and foremost, I want to address the lady in the last clip. Yes, the clip that's currently playing right now. Those men around you don't really care about you. Yes, I said it. All those men around, both the ones saying, oh, I just want to protect you, and the ones saying, yeah, they don't really care about you. In fact, all of them are suspects. Whatever had been done to you to bring you to this state that you are crying and you're pouring out all your emotions, you see those men there, they have done it to somebody. They might have not done it to you, but they have done it to, in fact, they might have done something even worse than that to somebody. They are just here, all being performative, trying to grow their page, their podcast, whatever it is. They don't really care about you. In the words of Michael Jackson, they don't really care about us. So that's just what I want to say about that clip, first and foremost. Now, on to the main topic of men. Men will ruin you with their love. They will break you with their love. This so-called love that they give to women. This romantic love that men offer to women is nothing but pain and misery. This is the kind of love that it just takes from you. It takes and it takes and it takes, and it gives nothing of value in return. And yes, many may claim that they provide and they protect as their form of love. But who do they really protect us from? Other men, right? And what do they really provide for us? Think of it. Your husband may be paying for all the bills in the house, but if you think of all the labor that women give to these men for free, all the child care, the cooking, the cleaning, taking care of the kids, Even the therapy, taking care of their mental health. Some women are their husband's secretary. They take care of the workflow of his life. They take care of his relationship with his family. These women do so much for these men for free. All this labor that they offer to these men, if they were to offer it at a price, this man will spend so much money. Think of it. If this man had to hire a cook, a maid, a cleaner, a nanny, and even a surrogate to have their babies, do you think this man can afford it? But they can afford to provide for a wife. But can this man, the average man out there, afford just to even get a surrogate? How many men can afford to get a surrogate? And these men are here telling you that the way they love you is that they provide for you. No. Their provision is nothing but underpaying you for your labor and expecting you to be grateful for it. Whatever this man have provided for you, if you think of it and you think of all you have done for this man, if you were to do it at a rate, at the market rate, will you not earn more than whatever that man is providing for you? So think of it. What love is it giving you? Apart from heartbreak, apart from mental games, apart from gaslighting you, messing with your psyche, messing with your physical health, beating you, what love are they really giving to us as women? So this is the question I want you to have at the back of your mind as we go into the video. Let's get right into it.
Till this day, I get blamed for how severely he screwed my life up. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't drink anything without feeling pain, true pain. And I get blamed for feeling this way. And it is just ridiculous how someone can hurt you so much, and just expect you to move on from it and not care and just move on like as if nothing happened. And I will never wish this pain on anyone.
One thing that a lot of women don't yet understand is that most women who are in relationships with men are being abused. Most women who are in relationships with men are being abused in some form or fashion. We all know abuse does not have to be fists in your face. A big one that women are dealing with today is financial abuse. 50-50 is abuse. Your boyfriend telling you that you have to have sex with him because he's your boyfriend, that is abuse. Your partner leaving a mess for you around the house even though you both work full-time and you take care of the kids, that's abuse. And a really sad fact is that a lot of women are still rushing to sign up for this abuse. Most women who are in romantic relationships with men are being abused in some form or fashion. Why? So your labor and your body can be exploited. But yeah, if you're still dating, just know.
I just saw a video that said love is an illness for women who have goals. And I don't think I've ever heard anything more true in my life. Before y'all are like, oh my God, you can have a boyfriend and have goals and have dreams and accomplish them and da-da-da. Let me explain. There has always been like an insane amount of pressure on women to have it all, right? Like we have to have the career and the husband and the beautiful children and all these things going for us. Do I think you can have it all? Yes. Do I think you can have it all at once? Absolutely not. I am in my early 20s, right? And I am a lover girl through and through, unfortunately. When I like somebody, when I care somebody, when I'm like in love, I tend to put a lot of my focus on that situation. And even though I may not realize it at the time, I'm putting on blinders to pretty much everything else going on in my life because I'm so focused on like, I really like this person. I really want this to work. Like I want to make this work. Now, do I think it's easier when it's a very healthy, like stable, developed relationship? Yeah, probably. I also think that when we're in a healthy, stable relationship, we get very comfortable. When you get comfortable, a lot of times you stop pursuing other things that you want. I think that's why we're seeing an influx of girls who are focusing on their career and they're going after their goals and dreams instead of getting married at 20 and having kids and doing all the things, which is fine. I mean, your frontal lobe isn't fully developed, but it's fine. And I'm not at all saying that those relationships don't work out or that those women can't be successful. Of course they can. A lot of times it takes longer. A lot of times your goals shift and maybe become smaller, which is totally okay too, because we change as people and we change our mind about what we want. Moral of the story, men make it harder to get shit done. If you really want to get stuff done, leave that man the fuck alone. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling y'all.
I know I'm departing lately from my typical retired in Playa del Carmen lifestyle videos, but I'm still here in Austin helping out a daughter, and I'm just reminded of a lot of the stuff I've told her whole life. When my daughter was about 15, I gave her the drugs and alcohol talk and all the stuff that a dad would say to a 15-year-old girl. But to that, I added the final thing I wanted her to know, which is that the most destructive and damaging chemical that will ever be in your brain are those chemicals caused by your own brain when you think you were in love. And as an example, I used that lady astronaut who drove all the way from Houston wearing a diaper to Florida with a duct tape and a knife to kidnap and try to kill her romantic rival as part of a love triangle. Do you know how smart you have to be an astronaut? Yet love made her do that. So, and I told my daughter that someday you're going to be in love with an unemployed drummer named Dirk, and he's going to just seem great to you, and I'll be saying, I don't know, but your brain is going to stop functioning properly, and you're going to make bad decisions because you're in love, or you think you're in love. And we're dealing with a little bit of that right now. Her and her boyfriend, who's a 5 out of 5 superb, excellent guy. He's not an unemployed drummer. He is a musician, though. And he wants to go to New York City, and this would be bad for her. They've been together 3.5 years, and I think the relationship has come to its natural conclusion because they're at a fork in the road and they each want to go different directions. And she's got a massive, massive student loan debt that she needs to start working on next week with this new job she just got and paying that down. And so what I tell her is it's okay to be selfish, to do what's right for you, and that the most damaging thing to your financial well-being, your future wealth, and this is true of all women, is following a guy to follow his dream to someplace he wants to go where you have no friends, no job, and you basically have to start from scratch. So as much as I love her boyfriend and respect him and think he's a upstanding dude, this is a bad idea for her to follow him to New York. And so I'm dealing with a little bit of backpedaling now on her and because she's intoxicated with love.
I'm talking to my women today, especially my young women, because the kitty y'all know now is not the kitty that I used to be. I used to be dumb, stupid, slow, dunce. Okay, not too much on yourself, kitty. It doesn't matter what it is that you do. The more you hold on to that man, the more you hurt yourself. You so consumed with that man that you can't even see that he's your struggle. And if you can't see that he's your struggle, that means that you can't listen to the people who are trying to warn you that he's your struggle. You show up and you show up, you do more and more just to prove your worth to this man, just for him to love you. You sacrifice a bit of yourself each time that you are trying to prove to this man that you are worthy of his love. You crying and begging, asking yourself why, questioning your worth, because your worth has now become dependent on how much attention and time this man gives you. And the time and attention that he gives you is limited to maybe some back and forth text, maybe some sex. When this man gets his fix, he dips. You think that man don't know what it is that he doing? A man who's played the game for so long, he knows when he has a woman's worth in his hand. He is playing you like a puppet, baby. And you acting crazy won't make him love you better. You want this man to love and respect you when you don't love and respect yourself. You showing him he don't have to give you nothing because you'll give yourself scraps so he can give you scraps. That's some desperate shit. How do you have a fear of losing people when you are dealing with someone who is purposely inconsistent with you? The only consistency that he shows is being inconsistent with you. This man is showing you that he'll leave as he pleases, and there is nothing that you can do to make him stay. This does not mean that you are not good enough. You're just not good enough for him, and that is okay. He does not want you on a deeper level, and that is okay. This man may not be ready. He may have commitment issues. He still may be in his player phase. He may have other options, or simply he may just not want you, and that is okay. No one's gonna take you serious until you start taking yourself serious. And you chasing unavailable people tells everybody else that you take yourself as a joke. You chasing out of fear, and that is not okay. Whatever dream and vision you have created obviously is not the same vision that this man has. You all don't share the same vision. Get out of dreamland. He is not gonna wake up one day and say, hello world, I decided to be with this desperate woman who doesn't love herself. It sounds harsh, but it's the truth. Take that man off that pedestal. What Cole say? My ego gets stroked and I bruise him. I learned a long time ago from my uncles, from the OGs, that a man will commit when he is ready. Stop chasing that man. Hey, you're going to end up putting yourself in a position you don't want to be in, where this man finds a woman and he falls in love with her, he commits to her, and then you turn up to end up being the bitter ex-fling or the bitter baby mama. That label don't even sound right. Leave that man alone. Brought to you by a woman that used to be a dummy. No, but seriously, leave that man alone, girl. Go get you some Starbs.
I just want to know, why do I lose all of my ambition the second I start talking to a man? It's actually disgusting. Like, I just start putting all of my focus on them instead of like my goals, when first of all, they would never do that for a woman. They just simply would never do that. Like, I swear, with these men, like, their goals come first, their ambitions come first, their money comes first, and then their woman comes second. But like, we are just wired to, why are we wired like that? Because I know I'm not the only one. That's actually why, like, I do like it when, I guess, like, stuff doesn't work out with a guy, because the second it starts working out, I'm just like less driven, and I have less, like, I just have less ambition, and like, I know it shouldn't be that way, and I know the right person should just motivate you to like be more productive and like stay on top of your grind, but like, for whatever reason, it's just the opposite for me.
Is it me, or all the lover girls are scared to put their guard down because we know that we are in a generation where everybody is for everybody? Like, we want to sit here and build with one person. We want to sit here and have that forever life with one person. We want to sit here and wake up to that one person and everything with this one person. But we know there's no such thing in 2025 as one person. You thinking he yours, and the whole time he's hers and hers and hers. And some men be on the DL, so he's his, right?
I never gave her safety. I never gave her stability, because safety and stability meant that she could relax and pause. And a woman who feels safe might realize that she doesn't need me. So I kept her off balance. I created chaos inside the entire relationship,
A man might think he's in love with you, but the way he's treating you is actually oppression. They're controlling you, they're manipulating you, they're gaslighting you, and they're using love as the guise to do it all. Have you as the doormat as they walk in and wipe their fucking feet on you. Don't think you're in love when you're actually just oppressed. Free yourself.
Okay, I'm going to talk about love and why I think the way they sell it to women is so damaging. I got myself nearly trapped in an abusive relationship with a narcissist, all for the sake of love, because I believed in the fantasy of love. I believed that love overcame everything. Now, I believed if I stayed, even through the bad treatment, if I cared, if I, made a safe space, if I was his peace, that, love would overcome everything. I would find myself in an amazing relationship. That was not the case. Now, I want to clarify. I am not trying to say that all men are incapable of love. That is not what I'm trying to say. There are the odd few men out there that do know how to love. What I'm trying to say is that men are socialized differently when it comes to love. Now, the problem with the patriarchy, it teaches men to express love in ways that are self-serving or disconnected by real emotional depth. For example, you sometimes hear men say, yeah, I cheated on her, but I still love her. To me, I say, well, if you loved her, you wouldn't cheat on her, no? And this is the kind of disconnect I'm talking about. Now, the idea of love and the way they say it to women, it is very damaging, because it will keep women in abusive relationships. They are going to say to themselves, well, no, love conquers all, because that is what we're taught. We're taught to stay when the treatment is bad. We're taught to, be his peace and not speak up and be submissive. At the end of the day, women will stay with narcissists. They will stay in toxic relationships. They will stay in abusive relationships, all for the sake of love. And to me, that is not love. That is conditioning. That is propaganda. Now, if you're trying to understand the patriarchy and misogyny, and you're just deconstructing a lot of the, belief systems you grew up with, don't just take what I say and run with it. I don't want you guys to just agree with me. me because I said it. You really need to start thinking critically when it comes to you breaking down these systems and trying to deconstruct a lot of these belief systems. You really need to think critically about what you're told. That's even by me, by society, by whoever. Think critically. Go and learn. Go and do your research. Think critically, because critical thinking is so essential when it comes to you breaking down these systems of the bullshit that misogyny and the patriarchy have sold us. At the end of the day, this is more than just men and love, right? This is about understanding how the patriarchy, how even capitalism, and I didn't touch upon capitalism, but I will in another video, but how they manipulated us. Don't let society tell you what love is meant to look like. Really think for yourself. See what love looks like to you outside these toxic narratives. And if you still have the hope of meeting somebody, that is fine. That is okay. Love yourself before you love anybody else.
I don't want to say love is a lie, but the whole idea of love has been weaponized against women in order to get us to provide labor for free or without any kind of recognition or acknowledgement. Like if someone's a chef and they cook food for people, that's a job and they're compensated for it and they're appreciated for it. If someone is a nanny and they take care of children, that's a job and they're compensated for and appreciated for it. If someone is a SW or even a mistress, they're usually compensated and appreciated for it. But when you become a wife, when you become a mother, you are not compensated or appreciated for any of these things. I don't have a good relationship with my mother. And the older I've gotten, the more I'm like, oh, okay. Even though I don't think she was a very good mother, it makes a lot of sense why she wasn't a good mother. Because what a thankless, shitty job for 98% of women who occupy it. And we're supposed to do it all with a smile on our face because love. Because you love your children. That's why you take care of them. Because you love your husband. That's why you married him. That's why you feed him. That's why you pick up after him. That's why you forgive him. That's why you're romantic with him, even if you don't feel like being romantic with him. Because he has needs and you love him and it's your job to fulfill them. It's your job to bend over backwards for your husband and your children because you love them and that's your reward. If you date men, it's supposed to be because you're trying to find love. Any other reason would be shallow, and you're a shallow, vapid bitch if you have any other intention or reason to want to date a man. Men, on the other hand, well, they have to ease into love. They're not so prone to love. They're visual creatures. They want someone who's super young. They want someone who's super hot. You know, love isn't so much their thing. Sure, they love their children, but not like a mother could love their children. Sure, they love their wives, but not like a woman loves a man. You see how love implicates women and lets men off the hook? Now, again, I'm not saying love doesn't exist, but kind of like religion, it started off being a quintessential part of being a human being and a very real thing, and it was hijacked and weaponized against the people that it was made to oppress.
Bro, men ruin the sweetest women, and then they call them toxic or hard to deal with when they finally break the pattern and react to their bullshit. Like,
Never believe a man that has a toxic definition of love. This type of man believes that he has to hurt you in order to prove that he loves you. This type of man will punch you in your face or slap you, push you, kick you, and in the same breath, tell you that he did it because he loved you. This type of man believes that you should endure all the pain that he inflicts on you to prove that you are loyal to him. This type of man will gaslight you into believing that everything that he's doing to hurt you is because he loves you. This type of man will try to convince you that the people who truly love you don't love you, and he is the only person that does love you, but really, he's the one hurting you. This type of man don't know what love is at all.
Hardest life lesson is some men will love you just to destroy you, and you could love them dearly, but their purpose in your life wasn't to show you true love and wasn't to show you what love was. It was to show you what love was not. It was to show you what you will never accept again.
Because men have such inflated egos and fragile egos and depend heavily on outside validation, specifically women, to regulate their self-worth, they intentionally will do things to hurt you, to see your reaction, to test how much you love them. They will intentionally say hurtful things to get you jealous because they want you to be jealous over them because that shows that you love them. They like when you're fighting with other women over them because that shows just how much you love them. They like having the power to be able to hurt your feelings because that just shows how much you love them. They love when you're a crybaby over them because, again, it just shows how much you love them. They like making you cry because it makes them feel powerful and it strokes their ego and makes them feel wanted and loved and desired. So men hurt you on purpose. 90% of the stuff they're doing is a test for their own ego to see, oh, how much does she care about me? Oh, let me see if she really loves me. Oh, let me see how much she loves me. It's always a test of your love. They're always trying to make sure that you love them with all your fucking heart. But they never make sure that they do the same in return. Men just want to be loved. They want to feel loved by multiple women. They want women fighting over them. They want to feel like they're wanted. They want to feel valuable. They want to feel powerful. So a lot of the time, men are hurting you on purpose because they want to get a reaction out of you because the reaction shows to them that you care about them. And another trick that my baby father taught me is a defense mechanism they use is playing dumb. So when they act like it was an accident or unintentional or gaslight you and say, oh, you're overthinking, or, well, that's not the case at all, I didn't mean that, they're fucking lying. They definitely meant that. They knew why they were doing it. Unless you're a 5-year-old, you fucking know right from wrong. And you know, as a grown adult, what hurts someone and what doesn't. So anyone trying to lie and pretend they're not aware that they're hurting you, they're fucking lying. They know exactly what they're doing. So they'll intentionally do things to get you jealous and hurt your feelings and make you cry because they want to see how much you love them and how much you care about them. And your feelings being hurt to them shows that you love and care about them and shows that you have feelings for them, even though they don't have feelings for you back. Men are not about reciprocation or giving. They are all about what they can receive. So even though they want to make sure that you love them and hurt you on purpose to test your emotions and test your love for them, you better never dare try to do the same to them. And they don't love, they just feel possession. To them, their woman is their possession. And possessiveness is not love. So acting like he's jealous over you or going crazy when you try to leave him, that's because he depends on you for his survival. Men literally can't survive without women. It's not because he loves you back.
So I heard this video today, and it says, when you're with somebody, you're going to go through it, you're going to stick it out, you're going to try to fix everything. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, what if you can't fix something? What if you give your all and you give your all and you get nothing in return when all you want is simple respect? What happens when you're the loyal one in a relationship and you constantly getting told that you're doing something you're not? Because me, I'm not a perfect person. I know I yell, I know I cuss, it's all good, and that's all I do. But I'm a loyal motherfucker, and I'll stick with you to the end. I'll go through the trenches. I'll be broke and still be happy as long as I'm there with you. But if somebody's constantly attacking your character and telling you're doing you something that you're not, like, what happens then? Like, do you still want to go through it with them? Do you still want to fix shit you can't?
Women are not supposed to fall in love with men, because when you fall in love with men, you act stupid. You have women who are going 50-50 with men, and then they still wash and cook for the men. You have women who a man call them at 10 o'clock in the night and act like they're in love with them, and after they get the kitty cat, the men leave, and then they don't hear from the man again for months. And then that same man will come back again and call them at 10 o'clock and act like they love them for kitty cat and they forgive the man. You have women who give up their hopes and dreams, work to support the man, and when the man get rich and famous, the man leave them for somebody else. You have women who takes a man into their home, their house. The man don't pay any bills, right? The man just sit around, the man drive their car, eat their food, and the man treat them like shit and they accept it. You have women who the man cheat on them over and over again, and the more the man treat, the more submissive they become. You have women who financially takes care of men, give their man the money, their card, they're buying love. You have women who works for years, right? Doing everything that the man wants, being the good woman, hoping for the man to marry them, waiting to have babies because the man is not ready. And then the man leave them, right? Married a woman between 6 months and then start a family. And the reason for this is because, woman, you're acting out a character. You are acting unlike yourself. A woman is not supposed to fall in love with their man. They're supposed to fall in love with themselves, and then the love flow from them and the man fall in love with them. But because you're acting out a character, you end up in toxic, unhealthy relationship, codependent relationship where men treat you like bad. So woman, you are supposed to fall in love with yourself, and then what overflow from you goes to the man, and the man fall in love with you. So stop acting out of character and start to act like yourself.
You see, men and society use love. Yes, they use love as a tool to control women, a tool to manipulate women. They use love as a tool to manipulate women into giving things of value, into giving their mental and physical labor to men, all in the name of love. You see, like I said, all the labor that women offer, the cooking, the cleaning, the childcare, the even bearing the children, and even the sex work, if women were to put a price tag on it and go into the labor market to offer these services, they will make a lot of money for it. But society and men offer you love in exchange for these services. No, they don't offer you money, they don't offer you anything of value. They offer you nothing but their love, their sincere love. In exchange for what? In exchange for what? All these things that you do for this man for free, you could have been making serious money from it. And if you're going to offer it to a man for free in the name of love, at least get something for it. Maybe you can get an allowance for those of you who want to be stay-at-home wives slash girlfriends. I don't know why you want to be a stay-at-home girlfriend. It doesn't make sense to me. But if you want to be it. But at least be smart at it. Yes, I said it. If you want to play this game of love, if you must love a man, at least be wise when doing it. Make sure that all these things that you're offering in the name of love come with monetary value. Yes, because if or when that relationship comes to an end, you will take nothing from it. Their love has no value. Yes, and their love cannot be measured. But you see all these things of value that you are offering to these men for free. When that time comes and that relationship comes to an end, all the things of value that you're offering to them will be placed on equal par with their love that they are offering for you. Yes, that worthless love that they offer, that love that comes with nothing but heartbreak and lies and them will ruin your life. Yes, they are going to tell you that for all the things that you offer them, all the cooking, the cleaning, the childcare, giving birth to their children, all of them, they paid it back to you on equal par with their love. You see? They are going to claim that all these things are on equal par with their love. So they are equal. You guys are even. When the relationship ends, you guys are even. So you don't get any monetary value for all those free labor that you give them. Especially in some countries. In my country, if you're a woman in my country and most African countries, do not offer your free labor to a man for free. Have an allowance. I don't care how you do it, because if you don't get that money from that man now, when that man finally gets bored of you, when he wants to move on and he drops you like a bag of ops potato, you have nothing in that relationship. You are all the things that you have invested into that relationship, you can get nothing back from it for it. All your investment, your emotional investment, your physical labor, everything is given for free. All you did it for is in the name of love. And what does that love give to you? What does that love give to you? I think that is why women are so heartbroken during relationships. Men rarely get heartbroken during relationships unless they have not finished dealing with that woman. If they are not finished dealing with you and then you are the one that now moved on for them, yes, they get heartbroken. But in general, men don't really feel heartbreak when the relationship ends. It is you, the woman, that feel that heartbreak. It is you, the woman, that feel like your world is coming to an end. Because in some cases, it is. When you have built your entire world around the man, around the love of a man, and then that love comes to an end, to you, you feel like you have nothing left. To them, they can just move on to the next one. And I think another situation that we really speak about is how these men weaponize their love. Yes, they weaponize their love against women that they are angry with, against women that they feel that they want to punish for one reason or the other. I've heard of a situation from a man, and this man has a brother, and this is brother. is dating a very successful medical doctor. And this man got with her with only the intention of ruining her life. Yes, he would tell her to let go of opportunities that would make her advance her career in the name of loving him. She had an opportunity to continue her studies abroad. And if you are in Nigeria or in Africa, you know that that's a very big deal. But she had to let go of that opportunity, all in the name of love for this man. This man did all this, knowing fully well from the onset that he wanted to ruin her, he wanted to bring her down. All because when he asked her out at the beginning, she refused him. So he became persistent. He continued pursuing her until he got this lady. And when he got her and he had a mission in mind, a mission to win her, a mission to humble her and bring her to her knees. And his weapon of choice was his love. Yes, whenever she had any opportunity that would advance her in her career, he would all of a sudden bring his love. This man would withhold his love and care for this woman whenever things are going badly in her life during the relationship. But once there's something that is about to go right in her life, once her career is about to get a big opportunity, that is when this man will now come with his love. He will not take her on a date. He will not distract her from her purpose. This is what this man kept on doing and doing and doing and doing. And this man was letting her career fall by the wayside until this man felt he had destroyed her career enough when she let go of the opportunity to travel out to further her studies. And then after she had let go of that opportunity was when he now broke up with her. And she was so heartbroken because she had given so much into that relationship. Aside from all the labor and all the work she had put into that relationship, she has given up so much of herself, so much of her career, so much of her dreams. She gave up so much in order to maintain that relationship with that man. And her entire life was broken. And that is how that woman attempted suicide. They said, I remember that time, they said she had attempted suicide about 3 times or so. Her mental health was in shambles before her family had to step in. And then they had to take back their daughter and then they took her away to get treatment. This man ruined this woman's entire life. He ruined her career, he ruined everything about her just because he wanted to punish her, because she initially rejected him. And the weapon of choice was his love. That love that they offer you. Are you sure that that love that this man is offering you, that man that is telling you sweet things that is offering you, is because he loves you from the bottom of his heart, or because he's just trying to ruin you? Think about it. Please like the video if you found it interesting, and remember to subscribe to the channel. I see your support. I see the subscriber count getting higher and higher, and I hope you're not just subscribing but you're staying with us and you're enjoying the videos and you're learning from it. I don't just want you to enjoy the videos as entertainment. I want you to take away valuable lessons from all these messages that I'm dropping on these videos. You can check out the playlist right here for more videos like this that you can learn from. Bye.